सद्गुरु श्री गजानन महाराज की जय. Namaskar. I am Atul Kokardekar. I feel blessed to present the English Pothi of Shri Gajanan Maharaj. With Maharaj's blessings, I hereby start. Sadguru Shri Gajanan Maharaj ki jai. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. You obliged Baliraja by accepting an offering from him and took away his reign on earth by giving him world below. You received a juicy fruit by offering a coconut, yet worked as his doorman due to his extreme devotion to you. Baliraja became the king of gods at the end of his epoch. You learned the Vedas in a moment. In your reincarnations, this one is most pious, as you killed no one at the best. You made friends and foes happy equally. That's why they respect you similarly. In this incarnation, you have satisfied gods, pleased the demons, and prove your goodness to the generations. O Vaman, I again bow down to you. Bless the writer to see this treatise through. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Kohinoor of Maharashtra, had keen foresight and excelled in political activities. He was a brave person who worked ceaselessly for the independence of the country. He was stubborn like Bhishma and understood the people's agony. He took a vow to liberate the land which was being ruled by foreign hands. He feared none as his cause was true. He had command on words like Brahaspati. His fairy writings panicked the ruling community. He was courageous and was addressed as Lokmanya Tilak with great respect. A public acknowledgement, not an act of favor. Once he was to come to Akola by public request to deliver a speech at the Shiv Jayanti fest. Many learned celebrities were to be present. Damle, Kollatkar, Khaparde at the best. They reached Akola for the festival. People of Berar were happy to know that Tilak was attending the function, which in fact should have been celebrated here earlier. The reason being that Shivaji's mother, Jijabai, was born and brought up in Sindkhet near. When Shivaji was born by the deed of her ability, she brought about Maharashtra and Berar's unity. Mother from Berar and father from Maharashtra were an excellent, incomparable couple. The celebration was a great occasion for Maharashtra. The greatness was further enhanced by Tilak's participation. Preparation for the festival started a month ahead. Everyone participated happily with great interest. Officials for the reception committee were elected. So also volunteers were selected to lend dignity to the function. Many people wanted to invite Shri Gajanan. They said that Shivaji's services to the nation was victorious due to Ramdas Swami's benediction. So also Tilak's political upspring should have the sun's blessing. Some others did not like the idea. They said the sun may come naked and may even strike the Lokmanya. Others disagreed and still insisted that the sun should grace the place. He may at times act queer, but that would not matter. Some said Tilak was a great leader of the nation and Sant Gajanan would definitely attend the function. Most of them supported the suggestion of inviting Sant Gajanan to the function. A group of organizers went to Shigao to extend an invitation to Maharaj. Looking at them, the Sant said to Khaparde, I will come on the appointed day. It is the birthday celebration of Shivaji. I will certainly appear on the stage and debonair in the company of the invited social reforms. Tilak is the most able leader, fighting in the cause of our liberation. There will be no one to compare with him. I will come to meet him and Anna Patwardhan, disciple of Shri Narsingha Saraswati of Alandi. Khaparde was glad that Shri Maharaj accepted the invitation. He said to Kolatkar that Maharaj was the gem of Berar. He could know everything that will happen at Akola convention, and acceptance of the invitation was a good omen for the function. They bowed down to Maharaj and went back. Only 8 days were left for the celebration. People at Akola were waiting for the arrival of Tiyak. The function was to take place in the month of Vaishak, in Shake 1830. The day was Akshay Tritiya, an important festival date. A huge pandal was erected for the guests who gathered from far and near to see Tiyak at the fair. They also knew that the Sant was to attend the function. That was an added attraction. Sri Gajanand reached in time as promised and sat on the dais along with Tiyak, Patwardhan, Khaparde, Damle, Kolatkar, Bhave, Venkatrao Desai and others. The meeting was called to order. After the introductory speech, the thundering orator Tiyak stood up to speak. He said, "This is an auspicious day. Great Shivaji, who fought for the nation, was born on this day. Blessings of Ramdas Swami help him to spread his name over all the country. So will the sons at this meeting. I sincerely hope this meeting is as victorious as great Shivaji's life and achievements. The nation today needs such meetings and functions. The sun of independence has set all over. There is nothing but darkness of slavery in the sky. Any nation without independence is lifeless. It is necessary to awaken the people, to enhance their love for freedom. Can the present government give us this training?" Hearing this taunting language directed towards the government, Maharaj got up and smilingly said, "Don't say that. It may land you in prison, arrested by the government." Thus saying, the son started to chant his favorite hymn for some moments. The function concluded with great success. People appreciated Tiyak with cheers. But the prochi of Maharaj came true the same year. Tiyak was arrested under section 124. In the face of the rural strength, everyone was helpless. Renowned lawyers rushed to defend Tiyak in legal process. Other devotees wanted to try the spiritual way to save him from the punishment. Dada Saheb Khaparde, a great man from Amravati, went to Mumbai to attend the trial in the court. On the way at Akola, he said to Kolatkar, "You go to Shegau to seek the sun's favor. Request him to save Tiyak from this calamity. I would have stopped here, but I have to rush to Mumbai city. Please go and request for his blessings." Kolatkar immediately rushed to Shegau. The sun was sleeping as he looked on. He slept for 3 days. His night was long. Kolatkar did not move away from there. He was Tiyak's ardent follower. Water cannot boil without fire. Feelings of closeness cannot be reflected without affection. Maharaj woke up when 3 days were over. When he woke up, he said, "All your efforts will be fruitless. Remember that, in spite of the blessings of Ramdas, Shivaji was arrested by the Mughals. There can be no independence unless people suffer." Many instances can be quoted on this. If you remember the story of Kansa, you will understand what I say. I give you a piece of bread. Please deliver it to Tiyak at the earliest. Though his going far away cannot be avoided. Kolatkar got confused when he heard this. He bowed down to the Sant with respect. He left for Mumbai with a piece of bread. He narrated everything when he reached there, and gave Tiyak the prasad he had. Tiyak was happy. He commented, Gajanan Maharaj is a great sant. Events may take a turn as he said. You will not succeed in this case. Government will follow the law as set. Rules are followed strictly. When self-interest is not involved, Maharaj said, I would do some great work. This I am unable to understand. Sons are aware of past, present and future. We are ordinary people. Let us see what the future holds. Tiyak powdered the bread and ate it, as he had no teeth. Thereafter, he was sentenced to imprisonment and was sent to Mandale for confinement. There he wrote his treatise on Gita. This was the great work the son talked about. It has been acclaimed as the best throughout by sons and scholars all over. Many treatises were written on Gita. Each one interpreted them at different angles. They connected the thoughts with various philosophies. Tiyak's work stands afloat in this mingle. This spread his fame worldwide and made him a writer incomparable. Getting freedom wouldn't be as immense as writing this philosophical commentary. Possessions is something material and transient. Work on philosophy is permanent. This writing brought Tiyak great fame. He has gained an immense place in the list of philosophers of our time. His work will be read over and over till the sun and moon shine in the spares. And Chitpavan Brahmin boy from Karveer, Kolhapur joined an English medium school. He passed matriculation examination. Then he joined college but failed at the intermediate attempt. While reading the newspaper Kesari, he read Poema and Tagore's biographies. Like them, he wished to go abroad and get technical training. They brought prosperity to Japan. He wished to do it for his country. He was helpless as he had no money. As all of us are aware, no one helps the poor. He went to Bhandara to consult his friend. His friend was a teacher at Manora High School who heard the proposal with a mind so cool. Though he liked the idea, he had no funds to spare. Nothing is possible without money, dear. The poor have to build castles in the air. Due to the hot summer in Bhandara, they decided to go back to Kolhapur. Having heard of the great son, they got down at Shegaon station. They kept their luggage at the post office and went to the monastery straight. Going down to him, they sat there with folded hands. With his divine power, Maharaj knew the desire of Sridhar. The sant advised him as under, don't think of going abroad. You can get everything here. Material knowledge is of no avail. Straight of spiritual knowledge prevails. It can bring satisfaction to you. Sridhar experienced a sudden change in his thinking that reminded him of a sant at Karveer who used to talk like this to him. Sensing the confusion in his mind, the sant said a few words kind. Do not leave this holy land. One gets his birth here only. If he has credit of good deeds in his hands, Yoga Shastra is superior to any other science. One well versed in it will never care for any other branch of knowledge. Knowledge of self, however, is more superior. Please try to experience that and don't go anywhere. Sridhar was very happy with the advice. He thought that the sun of his thoughts had set in the west and had risen in the east with fresh ideas. Only sons can bring in such change in thoughts because they are aware of all the facts. The sun said further, you will prosper here Now go back to Kolhapur. Your wife is waiting for you there. The prophecy proved true and Sridhar prospered well. He passed his BA and MA examinations and became principal of college at Shivpuri in the Scindia's regime. Sons are God incarnate on this earth. Those who get their blessings always prosper. Change in Sridhar's thought was due to Gajanan Maharaj. Such sons are found only in our holy land. Trees of heaven will not get roots elsewhere. May this treatise always show the right path to the devotees. Sadguru Shri Gajanan Maharaj ki jai. This English pothi was translated by Shri Shankar Pandit. Please share this video so that maximum devotees can avail Maharaj's blessings.